Shalom, my friends, and welcome to Don't Starve by Clay Entertainment, the makers of Shaft and the absolutely astounding Mark of the Ninja. This game is a survival game in a Tim Burton-esque world where the entire point is to don't starve and science, because science is now a verb. The first thing you're going to want to do once you get started is just go to play and you can act and just create a new world. I already had one world created just so I can sort of figure out what I'm doing, play around, and die horribly, which I did perfectly. Now, when you start out as Wilson, as you can see right here. He has an infinity for chickens and science. You also, as you survive, you get to unlock all these other characters where you only get a sketch. So once you decide who you want to play as, you just select start and let it start to generate. Now, one thing you're going to want to keep in mind while this game goes on is just keep an eye on the art style and the sound. How long will I survive? Probably not very long. Yep, you have to start eating stuff right away, but first things first, once you start the game, and you see this is the entire the area, you can control by simply clicking on everything. On the left is what you have the ability to create. Right now, not a whole lot. Actually, I can't make anything at all. On the right is the timer, the health, and your hunger. You can mouse over them directly to see what they represent. If you hit tab, you get the map. I haven't gone anywhere, so I can't see anything, but look at how this is a pretty big map, which you'll see in a little while. And now that we are here, the first thing to do is to find a tree and punch it. Or, oh, come on. Or it will not let me punch a tree. I thought that was a part of these little adventure things. Apparently not. Yes, I agree, Wilson. Kick that dirt. So, then that means what we need to do is start to gather everything. Everything in this game has a use. The first things you're going to want to look for are petals for emergency fuel. At least that's what I've used them for. Saplings to make tools, because again, you click on the left-hand side. You're going to want axes, or you're going to want flint, so you can make axes immediately. You need axes to chop trees, and you use trees for fuel, as well as building all sorts of other things. Right here we have flint. Once you pick up enough materials, the little thing will kick on. It's like this turned green. That means we can now create our first item, an axe. Now that we have it, what we're going to want to do is find a nice big tree and chop it down. You also kind of want, it's also a good idea to scare away these birds, because occasionally they drop seeds, which are free food. Because you always need to be able to eat. Eating is very good. I like eating, you like eating, everyone likes eating. Especially in this game where everything likes to eat you. Well, once we start to discover some other critters. Now that we have enough, we can also create either a pickaxe or a shovel. They are actually more useful later on than right away. Because right now, we just want to get a bunch of materials and to get a base going. Unfortunately, you have to click on everything to chop it down. It doesn't automatically do it for you, so it takes a lot of clicks. And alright, one of the first things you'll want to create is this backpack, because this is the only inventory space you get. So the first thing you want to do is, as soon as you can, make a backpack. Now you have all this stuff to work with as well. So now we are off to a good start. Except for I don't have enough for a fire just yet. You'll see fire is actually a very important aspect of this game, because you need fire to not die and to not starve, because cooked food helps you out a lot more than raw food. I'll show you that once it becomes nighttime. And these saplings, they grow everything. A lot of things will grow back after a little while. You just got to give them time to regenerate, typically a night or so. And so far, we are off to a good start. We just need to get some more logs, get everything ready, and eventually we will be able to science. We cannot science right now, unfortunately, as we don't have the correct materials. We will actually need a pickaxe for that, because over here, where you see the science button, to science, you need to collect these materials. You get gold from pickaxing, because, yes, that's a word, pickaxing something. rocks, but I don't know where we've passed any real rocks, so we don't need to worry too much about that just yet. And for the first day, we don't need to worry about it at all. But while I am speaking about science, if you look up at the top here, this is your science points. You use science points to unlock more schematics so you can build more material. Right now, as I said, this is just the first day, we don't need to worry about sciencing all that much. But if you look on the top right hand corner, it's starting to get late. Getting late, well, tends to happen because time does go by. But it's time to start scouting out a place to set up camp. Because you want to find a nice little safe place, because monsters are attracted to light. There aren't any monsters just yet, believe it or not. Yes, I just killed nature because I am a naughty, naughty person. But material-wise, we are off to a good start. And we have a bunny rabbit. There's only one thing we can do to a bunny rabbit. Murder it. All you need to do is click on it. If you catch him in the opposite direction, you cut him off at the pass and hit him with an axe and kill him, which is a very good thing if you want to eat him. And now, it is dusk. Not only is it dusk, but we are actually quite hungry. So, what's this? Oh, it's another flower. Like, oh, I missed him. But anyway, now that it is starting to become dark, we are going to want to set up camp. You set up camp by just selecting this campfire, plonking it down, and now we are going to be safe for nighttime. Now, first things first, that little thingy that we saw that was just a tree growing. They do that, and you always want to plant pine cones that you get from mature trees because they will grow into much bigger trees for you to cut down later. Yeah, didn't mean to drop that, but that's enough for now. And now that's just about dark time. Nighttime. I will show you some more mechanics. Like right now, let's look at our hunger. We are hungry at 46. If we just eat a carrot, we now have 56. That's plus 10. Let us cook a carrot now. Alright, 55, so it went down a little bit. So you get more hunger back by cooking your food. That's one reason why fire is important. And as it goes down, you can use either the petals as emergency fuel. I haven't found any other real use for them. But one thing about about nighttime is, well, one, you can't see anything out in the dark, as you can see as I venture forth. So you can't really go very far at night, otherwise you'll probably bump into things you don't want to. And also, light is very important because in the darkness, you die. You know what? Since this is the first episode, this is science that we are conducting, I will show you, for science, why you do not want to go out in the darkness. Tell my imaginary wife and kids that I love them. For science. And Blarg, I'm dead. That is why you need to stay near the fire. Otherwise, something horrible like getting eaten by a Gru happens to you. But, as I said, and next episode, I'll show you what happens when you jump back into the world you already created. So that's going to be all for now. Thank you guys very much for watching. Shalom, and until next time.